What's up, boys? I'm taking a look at some NBA player props in today's video. So, got a couple of NBA player props for you guys in today's video. We're going to go ahead and hop straight into this here, but if anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications. Those things really help me out, so appreciate you guys would those three things. But yeah, also, if you guys are new to prizepicks, I highly recommend joining. It's available in most states. A bunch of you guys used my code last month. I seriously do appreciate you guys because it helps me out, helps you guys out as well. It's a 100% deposit match up to $100, so pretty sweet deal right there over on prizepicks. So yeah, go ahead and download that app, get on your computer, do whatever, and go ahead and sign up for prizepicks if you guys are interested. But yeah, I also have a Patreon in the description. If you guys are interested in joining that, it's $10 a month. You guys get my picks every single day. So that link is in the description. Prizepicks link is in the description. Free Discord in the link in the description. So yeah, people give their free picks in there all the time. So if you guys want to go ahead and join, you can go ahead and do that. Get some free picks, a little bit of extra input, do a little bit of your own research with it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some player props today's video. I got 5 like normal for you guys, so let's go ahead and hop straight into this here. So yeah, we got our favorite guy coming back here. If you guys have been around the channel at least like a little bit recently, you guys know who the favorite guy is, but he's playing today. So yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about some of these here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so actually we'll wait for him. We'll save the best for later, not last but later. Let's go ahead and talk about Embiid here. So we talk about him like first in every single video. Last time he got out, or he was out because of rest. So 31.5 points here for Embiid here versus Washington. He needs 32. He's had 36.4 average in his last 5 games, and this is his game log here. So not bad. 4 out of 5 here in his last 5 games. If you look beyond that, though, he's 7 out of 10 in his last 10 games. He had 36 and 32 versus Washington so far this season. So in his 2 matchups, he's hit the over twice. So that's good look right off the bat here. So the Philadelphia here. So 10.5 point spread, 213.5 over under. Not the spread we like, not the over under we like, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's been playing a lot in blowouts recently. Hopefully that stays the same this time. So especially with him on rest before. So we'll see if he can go out and get it done today. But Center versus the Washington Wizards. Always do your own research, by the way. Half of these picks, if not more. I mean, usually you only take like 1 or 2 from these videos, and it makes it to my final picks at the end of the day. So always do your own research. I mean, not all the things just work out by the end of the day once I look more and more into these. So always do your own research. So do keep that in mind. But so Washington here. So they are allowing quite a few points to the center position so far this season. So 3, 6, 7, 8. They're allowing the 8th most points to the center position right there. Last 7 games, they have allowed a little bit less, but still definitely on the higher side of points allowed to the center position. So this website right here, by the way, is called FanDuel Defenses versus Position. This is called Statmuse, and then this one is called Rotowire NBA Starting Lineups, and then this one, of course, is prizepicks. So yeah, but Joel Embiid looks like a pretty good play today, perhaps. I've been staying away from Joel Embiid, to be honest, and I really don't know why. I just have not been playing him, and as you can see, I kind of do regret it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking this could be a pretty good spot for Joel Embiid, especially coming off that 36-point game and off of some rest. So hopefully he gets a lot of playing time today, but we'll have to see. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. We'll do one more before our special guy. So let's go ahead and go with one that's just interesting to me. Not necessarily I'm going to end up playing this, but this one's a little bit interesting. It's Robert Covington. So not a guy I've played very often. I don't think I've actually ever played him. But over 8.5 points here versus the Lakers. So 2. He's come off a 2-point game, so that's kind of a little bit sketchy, but 11, 13, 8, and 9. So 8.6 in his last 5 games is what he's averaging. He's going to need 9 today against the Lakers here. But if you go ahead and take a look at this game here, we have Damian Lillard and Nance out. So that does help him a little bit. He's got decent hit rates with them 2 out so far this season, but he's coming off a 2-point game against the Thunder, so keep that in mind. But he's 6 out of 10 in his last 10 games, and he had 12 in his last matchup versus the Lakers, where he hit all threes. He hit 4 3-pointers in that game. So his line is at 1.5 3-pointers too, so maybe he just gets that done today. But otherwise, we need to grab 9 here if he wants to hit this over. So it's a power forward going against the Lakers here. But Anthony Davis is back. I don't think Davis was playing the last time. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. But the Lakers are allowing quite a few points to the power forward position. So, again, an interesting one. Not necessarily one that I'm going to end up playing at the end of the day. But, all right, last 7 here. But I do think this is worth a little bit more of a look. So, just kind of bring it to your attention here. So, 20.49 is the number right there that they're allowing to the power forward position. I like paying attention to more where they rank among other teams. So, yeah, that's kind of what's happening there. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and move past that one right off the bat here, and we're going to go to our favorite guy here. Most of you guys probably know who this one is, and that is going to go ahead and be Mitchell Robinson. He's playing today. He's 4.5 points. We need him to grab 5 first half points. I do not recommend full game. I recommend the first half. So if you guys are playing on prizepicks, you can go ahead and select this NBA first half right here and go ahead and play Mitchell Robinson. So 4.5 points is what he is at against Memphis. So he's going to need the 5 points. So in his recent games, he is 9 out of 10 at hitting this in his last 10 games, and he's 11-2 in his last. Or I'm sorry, he's 11-1 I think in his last 12 games. So yeah, he's been pretty damn good. So we'll see how we can do against Memphis. I don't think he's played. The last time he played Memphis was 2020, I believe. So we can actually go ahead. This is why we have Statmuse, by the way. Let's go ahead and go with Mitchell Robinson. 1H points game log. So if you guys go ahead and you type in any player, you can go Mitchell Robinson first half points game log, and then it'll pull up all the games. You can do this for fantasy score too. So you can do this with like any stat here. So these are all games where he's grabbed 5, or we need him to grab 5 points or more. So he's hit there, he hit there. This one was a freaking sweat. It was ridiculous, dude. Like this dude, he was 1 for 4 on free throws. He missed the first 3 with like 3 minutes left, and it was horrible, man. He made the last one though to put him over to get that 5 points, but that was horrible. I was gonna be so pissed if he missed 4 free throws to put him over. Ooh, I was about to put a hole in my wall. It's pretty bad. But he did go ahead and hit all of these games, as you guys can see, besides the game against the Heat, which is one of the tougher matchups. So take a look at the Memphis matchup today and see this is a good matchup. So, all right, let's take a look at this here. So center going against Memphis. Low point spread, 217 over under. Not really anything to worry about, especially for first half. So let's take a look, though, at center versus Memphis. And Memphis is definitely on the easier side to the center position. So looking pretty good here. What is that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're allowing the 11th most points to the center position. So that's a pretty good spot for Mitchell Robinson. But last 7 games here, Memphis does get a lot harder. So they're a little bit on the harder side there for the last couple games. So do keep that in mind. But season long, they seem to be a lot easier. So assuming Mitchell Robinson can make his free throws today, we should hopefully be in a pretty good spot for Mitchell Robinson. You can also take his fantasy score. Fantasy score isn't horrible, but I don't know. I looked at that, but it's not that great, especially compared to points. So you just need to grab some rebounds. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty good spot. I'm probably end up going to play Mitchell Robinson again. I think I'm just going to keep riding that wave, man. I mean, he's hit 9 out of his last 10 games, 11 out of his last 12. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and rock with Mitchell Robinson today. I'll be pretty transparent about that. So yeah, hopefully that sticks up at the end of the night and I end up playing him. So okay, let's go and take a look at full game here. Let's talk about 2 more props here. We're going to go ahead and go with an assist prop and a rebound prop, both of them from the Celtics. So assists here, we got Jason Tatum, 4.5 assists. I like him on the over. So versus Charlotte here, 4.5 assists. He's averaging 5.8 in his last 5 games. So he's had 5, 7, 4, 6, and 7. So pretty good look right there. He has 6 out of 10 in his last 10 games, and he had 8 in his first matchup versus Charlotte and 3 in his second. And the second one was just pretty recent. So do keep that in mind. He did not hit in his recent matchup, which I believe was like the 19th or something. Definitely don't quote me on that, but it was something like that. But small forward going against the Charlotte Hornets here, 4.5 point spread, 223 over under. I do like that quite a bit. So small forward here going against Charlotte. And Charlotte, oh, we're looking at assists. So assists here, Charlotte, they're not the most assists to the small forward position. So a guy who's been killing this lately, 4 out of 5 in his last 5 games. He did not hit in his last matchup versus Charlotte, which is kind of throwing me off the trail a little bit. But they're allowing the most assists to the small forward position. So that's a really good look. Last 7 games are still allowing a great amount. I believe that's, what, 6? Yeah, 6 most assists to the small forward position. So I think it's a pretty good spot for Jason Tatum today. But again, look into this yourself. Look a little bit deeper into this. But first look's looking kind of good for Jason Tatum for the matchup and all that. So, but I don't know. I'm just not liking that he missed last matchup by 2. So, okay, let's go and take a look at a rebound prop here. Like I said, from the Celtics, we're going to take a look at Al Horford over 6.5 rebounds. So, if you guys played early in this NBA season, Horford was the guy who hit a bunch of games straight. Horford was the guy for rebounds back in the day. But, all right, so 65% this season, 6 out of 10 in his last 10 games. He had 10 in his last matchup versus Charlotte. So looking pretty good numbers right there. Let's take a look more into this, though. So Boston, power forward, going against the Charlotte Hornets in Mason Plumlee and Miles Bridges. So 4.5-point spread, 223.5 over under. Already talked about that, but so it's kind of weird. He's going to be playing a little bit of power forward, a little bit of center more than likely. So I think it's either going to be Horford that goes over or Williams that go over. I think one of them goes under, one of them goes over. Horford is the favorite to go over. Williams is the favorite to go under. So I'm kind of leaning towards Horford here, but I would not be surprised if one of them hit and one of them don't. That's kind of how it usually goes. So we'd actually take a look, kind of. Oh, crap. Nope. Let's go to rebounds here. And so we can take a look at this here. So I guess not. That's not always true, but 3 out of 5 in his last 5. 3 out of 5 in his last 5. Actually, that's 2 out of 5 in his last 5. But I don't know. So he hit those 2 games. Horford hit those games. Somewhere around there. I don't know. They're kind of... It's weird how they kind of work, I feel like. So it's just a little bit interesting with the rebounds. It's almost a toss-up between these two. I usually hate it. So, but Horford is a favorite to go over. So hope you guys understand what I'm saying there. But let's take a look at power forward going against the Charlotte Hornets here. Rebounds. So Hornets, rebounds here. They're on the second most rebounds to the power forward position he hit last time. So we take a look at the center position as well, rebounds, and they're allowing the most points to the center position. So they're allowing a crap ton of rebounds. I mean, I think it's a pretty good spot, but again, I feel like one of them will hit, one of them won't. So, dang, Charlotte, though, they're allowing a lot less rebounds to the power forward position lately. But that's still a pretty good number. But again, I like paying attention more to the rank among other teams. So, dang, I didn't realize they were that low last 7 games. But if we take a look, it's only 7, though, is what he's going to need. And I guess Charlotte has been a lot better against the rebound lately because they're kind of in the middle-ish right there for rebounds to the center position. So, I don't know. It's definitely kind of a toss-up between those two, I feel like. But, again, Horford is the favorite to go over. So, I don't know. Definitely a little bit interesting right there. If I had to go ahead and rank these 5 player props in today's video, I'd probably say Mitchell Robinson is my favorite, then probably Embiid, and then Jason Tatum over 4.5 assists. Horford over 6.5 rebounds, and Covington over 8.5 points is probably what I'd rank them. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of one thing for today's video. If anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. Those things would help me out, but make sure you guys use code DOMG when you guys do go ahead and sign up for prizepicks. Measure your first deposit 100% up to $100. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.